that is getting in and ready to go. Let's take a look. As we get going today, we're going to have a result sheet. So again, Auburn, Beatrice, Garing, Grand Island Northwest, Hastings Middle School, Holdridge, McCook, Mount Michael, Norris, Platteview, Schuyler, Seward, Waverly, and Wayne are the teams that we'll be playing today. So again, we will do 2 builds and 2 zero builds. So builds meaning they can build different ramps, different boxes. So they'll be able to build, where zero build, it's just kind of run around, and there's some different utils that they can use. But ultimately, we won't see all the builds that we see in the first one. As we get set and we're checking on, looks like we are in. I have a couple players short on one. Looks like Waverly might be having a couple problems. Looks like we might be dropping without them. So let's see if we can get over to Fortnite. Looks like currently there are 48 people in the lobby. And we're going to get this first drop underway. And with 48 players, we are locked and ready to go. So match found here. Again, new season that just came out just a couple weeks ago. So still some mechanics that are different. So we'll see how some of these players utilize some of those things. So as we're getting set, getting underway here, we'll be jumping around, looking at some of our different teams, looking at some of our different players. Let's see if we can see the map. Again, one of the biggest changes is our battle bus. As if when you were riding the battle bus, somebody drives it now. So you're seeing it normally would come in that light blue area. But we see somebody kind of drove a little bit different. Sometimes as a player, you might, again, choose a couple different options of where you want to go. And there we go. It looks like we are underway. Figure out our HUD here. We're checking with our...
Got some early initial action here as Pez sees some teams off to the side there, trying to get maybe some early kills. Get those eliminations in quick and early to keep things rolling here.
Yeah, it looks like he got dropped. We got an early fight here.
Looks like Seward is on one end of it. On the other side, you've got McCook.
Yeah, Seward and McCook.
Quick ramp build there, helping to shield, bring teammate back up.
Yeah, some cover fire there. Looks like they are all up and running. Okay, we'll see if we can find a different team, as that one is... looks like this is the team from Grand Island Northwest. Let's see if we can find another team. All right, who do we got here? This is Holdridge. The team of Lutz, Crystal Game, Rip, Our Guy, and Wavy Knights. So again, choosing to not land it on a POV there. Okay, Tanker, this would be a team from Hastings Middle School, choosing to land right here at the new sanctuary. With the Waverly Vikings getting eliminated there by Grand Island Northwest. War Dog, this would be McCook. And again, a couple things that we see on our HUD. Still trying to get rid of our bottom left there. We got to double up on some things, but top left, we got 41 players still in the lobby out of 46. 12 teams left of the 13. And again, you can kind of see all the way around the map. The one big thing that's, again, new this season is our I don't know what you want to say, the knife cross. Those are different types of bounties where you can actually see what other teams are, see players from other teams. They can see where you are on the map. Again, we have a big fight here kind of right in the middle. Yeah, and we're back with McCook again. McCook right in the action of everything. I think we've seen this team. All right, who do we have here? Looks like a team of Beatrice. This would be a Beatrice. All right, what do we got over there? What do you see happening?
Well, it looks like we've got a fight going on with the McCook team once again. Some shots, some heals. FaZe Jeremy going down pretty quick.
Is that this team here?
No, that would be... This is still Beatrice. We need to... They're just on the edge of it.
Okay, we'll jump off and see what this other team is that's up here. Blur Slush, Cerberus Hunter, Doom Trooper. This would be the team from Platteview. So again, cycling through some of their players. Rocking some skins like that. Kind of like this one. Doom Trooper, what he has.
Nice little shout out to the Sharks.
Yep, there you go. Magic Flow Falcon, I believe that's our team from Seward. Jump over another one, Crystal Game, Rip Guy, Wavy Knight. That's our team from Holdridge. All right, who haven't we seen? ABCDJED, Antonio Mom, Damn. That's our team from Skylar. So it looks like they only got one left. Looking for a reboot vehicle. See if he can get his teammates rebooted. We got a battle going on down here. Some fighting going on. Shooting from the high ground as McCook's running from whoever's shooting at them.
Yeah, some shots going right past Snipper here.
And again, that's that circle closing in on them. So as we look at that map, that circle is constantly going to start bringing players closer and closer. And we see a bunch of players there that are just getting pushed to the center and in this battle. And IDC Penny driving a vehicle trying to get away here. That's McCook. Again, they're looking at, and again, we see on the top left, we now have a bounty that, oh no, excuse me, a rival started for everyone on the island.
Fight going on here just over the hill from War Dog.
Oh yeah, they're third party in here, so again, two teams that were fighting, and they're going to get a ton of eliminations here. That right there is what we call third partying, people.
Yeah, so Beatrice getting the tough end of the stick there.
So Auburn and Beatrice there. And again, S8, D61 getting beamed out of the sky, and that looks like Auburn, so that might have been a team wipe there. And again, now we're seeing all the loot that's being picked up.
Yeah, down to 9 teams, 31 players left.
There we go.
McCook healing up, getting ready for the next fight.
Let's see if I can player list. Okay, so this is going to show us kind of where we're at. So again, we see Pez, Wardog, IDC, McCook having a ton of kills, getting a ton of them there. Northwest with a few kills. Not a lot down here towards our bottom. So it must be a fight going on there. Let's see if we can find where that is.
Yep, right there. McCook once again leading the charge.
Jump ahead to Falcon, Peterbot. Is that our team from Seward? Him and Peterbot and Rip Penny in a fight here, 1v1. Oh, Magic's jumping in on that one. Oh, and they double teamed him and got lut. So jumping over to the team from Northwest. Again, trying to, they're third party in here. Shooting at Seward. Again, we got 6 teams, so, and today you get placement points for top 6. So all these teams that are left are now going to be getting placement points. So you get points for placement, and then you get 2 points for every elimination that you have. So FaZe Jeremy and Tanker, our team from Hastings Middle School, looks like just a team of 2. I think they were having some problems with getting another player in. So hopefully they'll have another player for this next drop. Ooh, might be, yeah, this is our, ooh, I like that back bling. Transformers?
Mm-hmm. Autobots roll out.
Yeah, there we go. So this is our team from Norris. So Norris jumping in the bush, doing some little hiding here. Again, looking for placement points. So Cerberus Hunter, Doom, Blur. This is our team from Platteview. So getting beamed out of the sky. This is one of the new items in this season where you got a zip line here. And just able to, again, get away, but he's going to get beamed out of the sky here. Hoping for some teammate res. Back with our team from Seward. Again, getting some mats here for late game. Still at 6 teams. Let's take a look. Again, still pushing. Again, we got a little separation over here. We do have 3 teams that are fighting over here. Let's take a look. Let's jump on with Beast. So Platteview, McCook, and Northwest all in this area. Good box up there by Beast. We got a little 1v1 fight here. Oh, I guess all of Northwest in on this one. So big fight here.
Pez down. Trying to go for snippers. Scissor's going to fall. Lamb Chop's right in there. Lamb Chop goes down.
Yeah, ooh. We got a bunch of people down. Again, Beast went through and eliminated. Got a couple eliminations there. I don't want to leave that area.
War Dog trying to just find some separation in a teammate.
Yeah, trying to get over to his teammate. This is McCook. Again, hiding here. So activated the reboot. So they're going to see if they do it. But as soon as you activate that reboot, that van starts making noise. So Northwest now knows, but holy smokes, War Dog with 10 eliminations. That's huge for McCook.
Quick heals, quick shields.
Yeah, I think that's a big one. I'm going to jump over here and see what's happening with the two teams over here. Looks like Hastings Middle School and Hankloaf, Jackson Fort Good, JB, and Hunter School.
Be Norris.
That's our team from Norris, so trying to get some kills over there. Looks like Seward just eliminated McCook, so that battle is still going on. Looks like Hastings Middle School is running, so we're going to jump away from them.
Few players way out in the storm.
So Seward trying to get, a mid-map. Who's clear north? Real dang Russ. That'd be Platteview. Still kind of just playing out of storm. Looks like it's just still a 1-tick. So not taking a ton of damage. I think McCook just eliminated Northwest. So that was a battle that had been happening for a while. Yep, looks like they're eliminated.
Now down to 5 teams. Storm closing in all the time. Teams only have a certain amount of time to prepare for that storm to continue to collapse.
Oh,
This time only 40 seconds.
so again, we see some movement items here. Again, flow with the gauntlets. Let's see what McCook's doing. McCook just looking a little camping right now. Trying to go for some placement. Still up on top of the hill. All right, let's jump over to our map. Looks like we got something happening here. Okay, these guys just bunkered up. This would be the team from Norris.
Yeah, they were the ones that had the team from Hastings Middle School just taking some shots from distance before hopping in the car and driving away. They do have a team collapsing down on them.
Getting shot here. So blurs the slush. Getting hit from a distance, but able to make it. Real danger, Russ. Getting shot.
Yeah, Platteview, and it looks like McCook maybe going toe-to-toe right now. Found each other across the way.
Yeah. I think he decided he saw a whole team, and he's like, I'm not taking that one. So we got lots of things happening right now. Team from Seward in the storm. We're right on the edge. Again, lots of people right in this area. We're going to see a big battle happening.
Yeah, that storm circle getting smaller and smaller every round, moving about, keeping players on their toes. At the end, if we're not seeing too many kills, the storm will get it. Another team down. There goes
Blurza. Who's on Blurza?
I believe that would be Platteview.
Platteview. Okay, so Platteview got 5th in this drop. Platteview are returning state champs from last year. I know they had a different team, but still the champs. So again, we're seeing that circle move. That was one thing they added a couple seasons ago. That circle doesn't just continue to go smaller and smaller. It will rotate, causing players to rotate in and out. See a couple big fights. Looking in that map on the corner right, on that bottom right there, we see one outlier that's just kind of the red team there.
I believe that's Hastings Middle School with only 2 guys.
Yeah, take the points there. That's a good play. Who's Penny here?
That'd be McCook.
Okay.
Seward and McCook going at it.
So lots of builds here. So again, we're in a tight circle. Big fight happening here.
Hastings Middle looks like they might be coming from the back side of this fight.
Yeah, trying to decide if he's trying to fight or just stay on the outskirts and just kind of rotate all the way around here. Yep, look, he's going way low. So Flo here.
Flo doing a really good job just building up, finding some safety.
Jump over to McCook with War Dog. Again, our lobby leader having high zone right here.
This is
high ground.
This is where Obi-Wan Kenobi would be like, Anakin, I've got the high ground. There's my one Star Wars reference for the day.
I like it.
Had to get it in early.
So dropping some minis from the teammates. I think this is our team from Seward.
Yep, they're going to gear up, get ready.
Yep, still low.
I think they might be waiting just for Storm to change.
There we go. There's Tanker.
Tanker from Hastings Middle.
Yep. He's just
holding strong.
Hey, you know what? At this point, go for placement points. You're a solo in a packed lobby, 3 teams of 4. He's just kind of hanging out in the back, just saying, okay, I'm waiting for everyone to rotate. Everyone's going to hopefully rotate. He's going to be out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, he might have got caught there just a little bit.
Oh, did he?
Yep, just a tiny bit before we switched over. But I think the focus here is definitely going to be McCook, Seward taking on each other.
Yeah, this is Norris again, low ground here. JB3 getting in zone. Hank Loaf dropping. Jackson would be the last one here from Norris. So Jackson trying to, again, probably play placement points. And then, nope, Norris gets eliminated. So down to our final 3. Again, Holdridge Middle School, Hastings Middle School, McCook, and Seward.
7 players left in total, however.
So knocked there.
Pez for McCook. Trying to just have that little hidey hole ready to go.
War Dog high ground here. Again, you're playing that storm. Again, it's still getting smaller and smaller. And you're working the rotations. So, oh.
War Dog caught by the storm.
Yeah, McCook goes. Seward's going to take the first victory royale of this first drop for Division II. Holy smokes, that was pretty intense at the end. Again, 4 teams left, 4 with a full squad, and then Hastings Middle School kind of just taking placement points and seeing what they could get.
Absolutely, especially with 2 players. That's a really good tactic. I use it a lot when I play PUBG, where, you know what, I'd rather be first than 41st, and I'm just going to hide out in the canyons and...
Yeah, and sometimes, again, at state tournament, it's all worth placement points and everything else. So, hey, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Drop 2 and our results here in a second. So we'll be right back as we, take a break. Into Rocket League, not Rocket League, Fortnite. I am all over the place.
I mean, if it was Rocket League, can I have my controller, please?
Right, exactly. Anyways, welcome back to Division II Fortnite. Again, great drop, that first one. Had a little bit of a delay between. Again, had a team mess up, I guess, kind of in our record keeping, but
yeah, lots of moving parts today.
Yeah, so here are the results from round one. Again, McCook and Seward, you see them up in top. Again, McCook finishing, I think, with 25 kills. Seward had, I believe, 11 is what?
Yeah, somewhere right in there.
Yeah, and again, Northwest Hastings Middle School, kind of that 20 to 10 range right there. So, again, a good first round.
Absolutely a good first round. We saw a lot of battles there, some third-party battles as well. McCook took on quite a few players in that round, which is why they're sitting there at that top spot with 75. But I think the highlight for me is an Apex and a PUBG player. Hastings Middle School sitting there in 4th place, 0 kills, but they hung back. They knew they only had 2 guys. They knew their limit, and they hung back all the way to the end. Ended up getting, I think, 4th place in the entire thing, and they are sitting 1 point behind GI Northwest in that 3rd place position. So kudos to those guys. But Norris, Platteview, those teams as well are not going to be any slouches going forward. We kind of heard someone say, you got to expect that everyone here is good, and everyone here is good. This is state. So there's going to be some great matchups coming up as we get ready to drop for our next go here.
Yeah. We're going to jump back over into Fortnite, and let's see if we can get us off and running. So there we go. We are dropping. So again, looking forward to it. The big difference between the first one and the second one is now we have no builds. Again, we saw a bunch of builds in that first part. Again, kind of all over the place, and now the whole piece is we got no builds coming out of it.
Now, this is my style of play. As someone who has religiously played Apex Legends for a solid, year and a half at a time, some PUBG tossed in there, this is the style of play that I appreciate the most. Players in this situation are really going to have to pay attention to, that third-party aspect has become a much bigger deal going forward because you can't just build up a box and hide inside. You're going to be having to face off against everyone who's going to be jumping near you, and as that battle bus kind of moves its way around the map, you've got quite a few teams jumping early, heading towards Riptides, Humble Hills. You've got a few heading towards that new sanctuary, your late jumpers. Going to be over there by the Sandy Strip. So we're going to have a little bit more spread out here. Some down in Battlewood Boulevard. Some great spots as we are going to land with Maya 337. Going to be from Waverly. I like the little popcorn effect there.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it.
I might need popcorn at 10 in the morning.
Right?
I mean, if we're going to have fights like we did last game, I'll take popcorn right now. But Maya's going to land here. Immediately having to find some sort of weaponry. Got a chest right away.
There we go. Now I got it. We're still off HUD. There it is.
There's our game-only HUD.
Well, I think we're good. Oh. Just like that. It looks like we're getting Falcon Peterbot eliminating Lutz, eliminating GTF.
It's going to be up with Norris taking on some people.
Yeah, let's see if we can jump over and find another team here.
Flo with Seward. Having to heal up a friend, trying to...
Ooh, Pepsi Rocks, Big Chugs, TV.
That'd be Mountain
10.
Michael.
Okay. Mount Michael there. I don't know if we jumped on with them last round.
No, let's go find some Mount Michael.
All right, let's see. I like their skins. I like that last one we just saw.
Ooh, that is a cool one.
All right, jump on. Let's see here. War Dog, Sniper. I believe that's McCook. Yep. Those are our first round winners.
So is it Sniper or Snipper?
Ooh, it's probably Snipper with 2 P's.
Grammatically, it would be Snipper.
Well, but you're an English teacher.
I know.
Sniper 5'4", 5'1" probably was taken, so they went and just threw an extra P in there.
Nah, that makes sense.
So Flaky Bench to Batman.
Tiny Junior.
Yeah. So this is our team from Beatrice. Kind of like their map placement right now, just right in the middle.
Yeah, middle's going to be a good spot for a while as that storm slowly continues to close in. But once it gets to a certain point, it's going to start to move around. They're going to have to stay active, stay mobile.
Looks like we're already eliminated a couple players. I don't think we have a whole team.
Not quite. Doom Trooper from Platteview.
Yeah, so, Doom Trooper, and then Wavy Knight is our team from Waverly. So those two teams only having 1 player left. Lamb Chop, Beast, Lando, Lamb Chop, again, team from Northwest.
Got into an early fight.
Yeah, fighting Pepsi Rock's Big Chugger.
Those are going to be Mount Michael.
Yeah, Mount Michael. Again, Mount Michael high ground. And again, in this no build, this is a tough situation to be in. Again, you got low ground.
Ooh, rocket launcher going in. Hard part is you're going to have to use the environment around you to help out. And those walls will come down similar to builds.
Yeah.
But you just got to... They take some shots. As Beast getting shot out here from Big Chungs Jr.
Yeah, just kind of always rotating around, again, seeing where people are. Ooh, good laser there from Beast to Big Chunks. Looks like they're kind of calling out. We're over here. Again, rotating around.
TB 1-2 down.
Yeah, Beast getting the knock on TB there.
You can kind of see Pepsi Rocks kind of jumping ship.
I think we're going to see probably a rotation here from Northwest up now that they got a player knocked. I think Mount
Big
Michael
Chungs
there.
Jr. heading for the hills.
Looks like he's just kind of rotating down and out of sight. Northwest probably going to lose him here.
Nope.
Oh.
Beast got him right there. Now with the high ground, this is going to be a little bit easier.
Yeah, they're not going to let him go. So again, getting that elimination. All right, let's jump over. This is our team from McCook.
Yeah, the leaders currently 75 points at top. Quite a few eliminations that first round.
Yeah, 27 eliminations, I think, is what we heard. Just a crazy amount of eliminations.
Yeah, they did a lot of fighting in that first round. Even some third parties came in, tried to take them on, but not a problem.
So our team from Beatrice, Flaky, Batman, Tiny, and Patrick Starr. Again, kind of right in the midst of it.
But I do have a question.
Yeah.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Oh, Beatrice trying to take a fight, and all of a sudden McCook turns on him, and they just finished him. Oh, man. Yeah, he only saw the one, and then all of a sudden they were all there.
Yeah, to Batman, only one left there. He's going to have to try hard to get his reboot cards for his team.
An anomaly here. Not sure what this does, but it does something. Haven't played this new season very much. Just a lot of loot.
Loot's not a bad thing. Get some extra ammunition.
Oh, yeah, and you get this sword here. Shotgun.
Not a bad pickup.
Oh, that's a big one. So big loot there from Tiny. Tiny would be our Beatrice team. Let's see here. We've seen them. Keeps kind of going between the same teams here. Let's see what we got going on over here. This is Flo and Magic. This is our team from Seward. His car alarms are going off.
Ooh. Yurkaz is down.
Yeah.
That'd be from team from Gehring.
Yeah, Seward does a really good job with, again, team fights, picking people apart, looking for separation. Let's see here. It looks like Beast just got a Wonton Warrior. I missed the first one up there. So it looks like Northwest in a fight. All right, let's circle around. Ooh, this is Doom Trooper, real dang Russ. Gosh, dang Russ.
Dang it, Russ.
Phantom Opera and Blursha.
I think it's supposed to be real danger, Russ.
Oh, nah, let's go.
It's Russ.
It's Russ.
It's Russ.
This is our team from Platteview.
I do love a good Russ.
Yeah, again, rotating around the map here.
Also, he is playing character from Borderlands.
Ooh, that's a big game for you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Sydney Flame. This is, I believe, our Auburn team.
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Maher about one of their players, so just remember that one. So
Getting some speed boost here.
Yeah. Again, mobility's huge, and I think you're going to see this a little bit more too. Driving these reboot vehicles around. Again, you're in a vehicle, which makes it a little bit harder to, get shot. But then if your team gets knocked, eliminated, you now have a reboot vehicle. The only problem is it's kind of noisy.
Yeah. Some dual sawed-off shotguns here for
This would be
what?
Yeah, a team from Holdridge.
Nice and quiet area for them. Closest ones are going to be just off to the north side. I think that might just be one player.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at this.
Knuckles just dropped a bunch of health.
Yeah, somebody's fighting. I don't know if we can figure out where they are. Maybe in here?
Yep, I'm hearing the gunfire now. Gonna be Flaky from Beatrice. Auburn, I think, is right in there.
Yeah, Magic just gets an elimination.
Holdridge is in there as well. Saw Crystal Game over there. There's Lut.
Uh-oh. Lut's in a bad situation right now.
Yeah, not great there.
And again, I am Shadow. He kind of jumped out.
Tough loss of the tree for Flame, using that tree position pretty well as high ground.
Yeah, and then you got a rock to his right, so really he's in a really good spot.
Absolutely. Big Bad John tried to get over there, but I'm Shadow has a really good spot. Magic now joining up.
Ooh.
Trying to let a little rotation happen.
Yeah, he's running. Probably a good move here. 9 teams left.
Here's Phantom's Opera. Platteview getting in on this fight a little bit. And here,
Yeah, Auburn
elimination there.
So I'm Shadow, Falcon, Magic, and
Yep,
Flo.
took out Sydney from Auburn.
So this is our team from Seward. Let's see if we can. All right, let's see here. FaZe Jeremy. This is our team from Hastings. Got 3 players in, but again, back with just Tanker. Tanker played the end game pretty well last match.
Yeah, trying to once again stay out of fights. Got a reboot.
Yeah, for him, that's a pretty loud vehicle for trying to stay. But again, he's got the reboot, so Now all he needs to do is find a spot, and we should see a reboot coming from him. Yep, and there it is. So again, you see the reboot on the side. Looks like War Dog taking down Lando. So again,
McCook and GI Northwest. This is Platteview here, healing up. Storm will be coming in here shortly, about 20 seconds out.
yeah, Wonton Warrior. I want to take a quick look. Oh, this is our team from Wayne. Just take a look and see who we have. A lot of kills, a lot of eliminations here. So, Wonton looking for a reboot. Doom Trooper. Phantom. Blur. Real dang Russ.
Dang it, Russ.
I don't know if that's going to get old today. I always see Flame and Big Bad John. S8261. That's our team from, yeah, Auburn. Again, you're going to see a lot more bush camping here.
Yeah, having to use the environment much more. Got a sight there on McCook.
Yeah, trying to decide if he's going to use it or not.
If I were him, I'd almost let that sit for a minute.
Yeah, again, a good team up top. Oh, and he still gets found.
Well, there is that one player in the mix.
Oh, let's get some pizza.
Ooh, pizza sounds nice.
So they found, it looks like they shot the vehicle, so now they lost their mobility with that.
Yeah, I saw Penny up there kind of keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, let's jump over and see what Jackson, Hank Loaf, Nick, and JB are doing. This is Norris. Ooh, rocking the Christmas tree. 'Tis the season. And I got
Almost.
What do we got? Hank Loaf. Oh, we got two teams here. Again, who do we got here? Who is
This would be Northwest and Norris?
Again, Northwest didn't realize who was here. Uh-oh, this is a
rough ambush there for Northwest.
Northwest, again, we saw Sin go inside. It's just trying to, I think, get cover, and the rest of the teammates were just ambushed, like you said.
Absolutely. It was a really good hiding spot sitting there behind the shelving units.
Yeah, the counter there.
Da Batman running by. Da Batman.
Yeah.
Not doing really well at just getting that run on.
Jackson's going to go into aim trainer after this and work on that.
Yeah,
that was
there
better.
we
All
go.
right, he made it up. I think he was a little surprised and just didn't have the weapons out. Ooh, Magic team.
That's the McCook team.
Yeah, they're here.
Taking them out would get some good.
Yeah, but
would do some good for him, but
yeah, but getting stuck on this hill not going to do good for him there. Jackson probably going to get eliminated here. Oh, they're just going to leave him. Say, you can die in Storm. Again, not too worried about the elimination. They're more worried about Storm because it's a big circle that they're all pushing to here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll cycle through here. Looks like Northwest getting rebooted there.
Lando Oris going down pretty quick, though.
Yeah, Lando getting knocked there.
Lamb chop. That McCook team always seems to be in the middle of the fight wherever they go. And they do really well to...
Yeah, then Beast getting finished off, so Northwest will get 4th in placement points. So let's see here. We got McCook, Seward, and then who's this team here? Phantom. Oh, this would be our Platteview team. Okay, so we're down to our top 4. Top 2 now. So McCook and Seward. kind of watching this view again. Lots of eliminations happening. Magic. And there it is. Magic was kind of up on the top. Again, had a couple eliminations, filling people around. So looks like Seward gets that no build or 0 build. So it'll be interesting to see. Again, a good fight. Again, a lot of rotations. I know we saw a lot of reboots, so I think in this one there's going to be a ton of eliminations that we're going to see.
Absolutely. I mean, Seward took first place last round. They got the victory royale, but it was McCook who got second. They had all of those eliminations. So those eliminations do add up to really help out. We're going to have to take some time to tabulate results as we go in. I mean, there was a huge difference. You're looking at almost like 10 to 15 elimination difference last round between McCook and Seward. So as we finish this one up, we get some results tabulated in. You're going to see maybe some shifting there depending on how many eliminations Seward had, but huge amount of points coming McCook's way as well.
Yeah, so we'll be right back as we get the next lobby set up and points tabulated. So hopefully a few minutes.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
In 2 state tournament for Fortnite. Right now we've got results coming in for Drop 2. Looking at it, Seward now is taking the lead. They were in second place, but they got 94 points off of that last one, taking first place, the Victory Royale. On top of that, they had 32 eliminations. That's an amazing number there for Seward. McCook coming in second on that last one with 49. So now they're sitting at a total of 124. Their eliminations, they only ended up getting 12 that round. GI Northwest following right behind with 11 eliminations. Third place, Hastings Middle is going to drop. Their tactic of kind of hold back, stay out of the fight, didn't work too well this last round. But they're only in 5th place. Norris now overtaking them, taking that 4th place position with 40 points. But this is still anyone's game. We've got Drop 3 and Drop 4 coming up next, a build and a 0 build. So as teams continue on, now we're back to the build side of things. We're going to see a lot of building up boxes, trying to find that high ground. Might even have some, box-to-box battling right away in the beginning of the game. Drop coming in here soon. Got 54 queued up, ready to go.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Again, waiting on one team to get back in here, but it'll be interesting to see where we're at with build compared to no build. Again, we've seen McCook, we've seen Seward kind of on top. So now is to see where those other teams fill. If maybe was truly Norris was their hot spot a 0 build, so maybe they might not do as well. So we'll see.
One other thing to take a look at is, McCook, they had quite a few eliminations in that first round. I mean, taking a look at it, War Dog had 11 just by himself. Pez with 7, Snipper with 6, Penny with 1. So that is going to become another factor here. Where is, McCook's strength being builds, but Seward, I think, may come in hot and heavy going into this next round, as we are going to get a drop here in just a moment. Lots of moving parts here in what I'll call the command center of
you think just a simple setup, but when we look at streaming, it is another beast in its entirety.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm just looking down the row here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different monitors.
7
different monitors all hooked up, helping run this entire thing. 3 different computers in total.
And that's not to include our 2 stat computers behind us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or another one that we're using in a little bit with social media. So
we're going to get a drop here. That battle bus going to take just a slightly different direction, trying to head more towards the middle, upper north of the map, it looks like.
Yeah, and it looks like here you might see this. Again, everyone's dropping. That battle bus maybe will veer off a little bit more as maybe whoever was driving it is going to drop. You'll see them with probably their team there at the end. So, again, with that battle bus being kind of doing some weird things.
Yeah, having it driven by a player I think is a very interesting addition to this setup, as we're going to let these guys take a moment to land.
Yeah, let's see if we can bring us back in and see if we can get our settings.
Sitting here with Magic. Seward player had 6 elims that first round, 11 elims this round, or this past round. A little aim training.
Yeah, sometimes some of these games, these side games, will actually drop loot for you. So it takes a little bit of time, but as long as you don't hit that yellow one, you're going to see a loot drop here in about 10 seconds. I don't know if it's you got to hit a certain amount or just the time, and there's your loot. So, again, we see that being dropped, and again, very beneficial if you want to play the game. So let's jump on and to Grand Island Northwest.
Yeah, Panda stepping in for Grand Island Northwest.
And a skin change.
Yeah, it seems like Northwest, they always like to have coordinating skins. So running around is...
It's harder. It is truly a harder thing to see. It's hard to make call-outs.
Yeah.
You know, how do you call out... I don't even know what the skin's called, but how do you call out which one it is, where sometimes if you look at different players...
got a fight going on here.
Yeah, we do.
Wavy Knight's team has dropped.
Yeah, Holdridge. So, again, 2 of those players already dropping. Wavy running. Oh, and Falcon giving chase. Again, Wavy almost needs to just, I was going to say, turn and go and see if they could get something. But
yeah, Falcon Peterbot from Seward. 2 elims that first round, 8 elims the second. Getting some more here as we've got McCook facing down.
Yeah, looks like Lutz is getting shot down here, so... And there it was.
That's going to be the team.
So team wipe there. Again, Seward getting some eliminations. Again, already with 4 elims for their team. So Batman, Patrick, Tiny, and Flaky Bench here jumping on with them.
That's our team.
Beatrice.
From Beatrice, yep.
Yeah, I haven't decided also. You see, if you look ahead to Flaky, he's got a pet following him. They added pets here in the mid last season, and I don't know.
Do they do anything, or are they just
don't
really
do anything.
cosmetic?
Cosmetic. What my players were telling us is you can't see them. Other people can't see them from other teams, so it's just for you and your team. But I know I saw one of my players, was it a couple weeks ago, he was hiding in a corner, and his pet came around the corner, and he shot at his pet because he thought he was being chased, and it was entertaining. So rocket launcher here.
Yeah, Flanky Bench just kind of holding up.
Yeah. And it's always fun to see like what they're shooting at. And again, we can kind of see.
Looks like there's a team just off in the distance, maybe.
Yeah, and that might even be below them too that we can't even see.
Jumping over here to Northwest with Beast. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a Leonin skid, using some D&D terms.
Oh, FaZe Jeremy getting shot at here.
That's gonna be Hastings Middle School. Yeah, their tactic that first build round of staying out of the fight Not what they're doing this round. Tanker's going to have to make a run for it.
Yeah, he seems to be that last player that's alive usually.
Yeah, Tanker going to be a good player going up into the high school level. But getting away from Gehring.
See if he can get a third-party elimination here. Sussy Gussie 6'7".
Yeah, it'd be Gehring.
Gehring, there we go.
Hey, got the 6'7", too. Can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
Big Chungs Jr.
Mount Michael.
Yep.
Ooh. I like that skin. Rocking the orange jacket.
Is that a horse?
I'm going to say yes.
I feel like it's appropriate.
Moo Moo. I think this is a sub. I don't know if we've seen Moo Moo.
No, we haven't seen Moo Moo yet. This is Waverly.
Yeah.
They've got Waverly Viking. Maya is down for Waverly.
Yeah, let's see what we can roll over and see what happened to Maya. Oh, not going to show us.
No, Maya completely out of this one, I think.
Wonder if a separation there or what happened. Who was Snipper from? McCook. Looks like Northwest and McCook fighting, so.
Getting a little bit of a fight here, though.
Yeah, it still surprises me how many people, don't build in this case like that, and I think that comes down to, I don't know, maybe not a lot of mats there, but so Auburn was just eliminated, or Waverly was, excuse me. Yeah, because here's Waverly. So, again, one player left running for his life.
Looks like McCook and Northwest still going at it. If we can switch over there here in a moment.
So Waverly running, trying to find a bus of some sort. Okay, and we're back with Auburn. Must have found a reboot there. Lots of loot here on the ground. Ooh, Patrick taking Cerberus out. Looks like War Dog. So War Dog is McCook, right?
Yep. They were just facing Northwest a little bit.
And it looks like they're back on each other here. Yeah. Uh-oh, I think Northwest might have just been eliminated there. Let's see if we can find our, looks like 10 teams left.
Hunter gonna take down Waverly Viking here. Gonna slide down, just kind of see. Yeah, Northwest has been eliminated. McCook, I think, was the catalyst in that one. 26 players left, 10 teams. Sitting here with Hunter School, Norris. Norris currently sitting in that 4th place position. Hunter trying to get to GTF. Hunter not quite aware, staring right at another group. Maybe he does hear him off in the distance. Reboot there. Cook Blue coming back into the game. Gehring trying to build back up their forces. So we might have a fight coming up here soon. Switching over to JB3. Same team, just a different positioning. Nope, there's the real danger Russ and real dang Russ in the middle
Dang
there.
Russ.
Dang Russ. He's going to hate us after this.
Well,
if he ever goes back and watches the VOD.
We apologize, Dang Russ.
Aw, dang, it's Russ. Here is McCook. Or no, not McCook. That would be...
This is Seward.
Seward.
Yep.
I was like, it's one of the top 2 teams. I know that much.
All right. Jump on. Big Chungs.
Big Chungs. Pepsi Rocks is who we're looking at.
Yeah, and TB. So
Yep.
team from Mount Michael.
9 teams left. 24 players in total. Yeah, Mount Michael hasn't been having the best of days. Haven't gotten any points out of the last 2 rounds. Hoping to...
Yeah, play for some placement points here.
Yeah.
Oh. Jump on here late. Again, Seward eliminating there. Seward eliminating Tiny.
Beatrice.
Yeah, Beatrice. So let's take a quick look at our player list. Yeah.
McCook's been eliminated. That's a big elimination there. McCook sitting in 2nd place. They're not going to get many points out of this one. So that's going to shake up that leaderboard even more. Seward just trying to find some sort of shield there for safety. Coming over here to Big Bad John, Flame, SA261, Sydney, Auburn, just trying to hunt down Mount Michael there in the tower.
Yeah, we're going to see a battle here. Auburn and, is that Mount Michael?
Yep.
Is that who's up here? So, 2 teams looking for some placement points. Again, next team out doesn't get those placement points, and then we start getting top 6 does. Ooh, Big Chung's getting beamed. Good build there from him. Ooh, nice shot there by Flame.
Yeah, getting just a regroup there from Mount Michael. Blown up by Flame. Flame with those
Oh, nice shot.
gauntlets.
He does get the elimination there.
There we go.
So
yeah. Big Bad John still over there with the other 2 Auburn players. They're going to have to cycle back and throw in some help. Real dang Russ taking down Hunter School for the moment, but then is taken down by Jackson. Dang Russ.
Dang Russ.
I think that's just he's my favorite player now. I don't care about anyone else. I just care about dang Russ.
Oh, we got some knocks. Nick getting eliminated here.
Yeah, Seward doing a great job of cleaning up some things.
Let's see
now
her.
we're in the top 5 teams, 13 players left.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Seward.
another elimination. So down to 3 squads. Looks like we got Seward, Pepsi Rocks. Who's our Mount Michael?
Yep.
And Auburn.
So there's your top 3 teams. Is
Auburn, Seward, and Mount Michael.
some sniping there from Flame.
So pretty big circle still. This one was kind of a quick one. So TB getting eliminated there. Let's see if we can jump on with Big Bad John.
Auburn here.
Auburn doing some hunting.
Yeah, we can see that Pepsi Rocks is right over there in that area. They're not exactly sure where Pepsi's sitting for Mount Michael. Over here with Seward now.
Yeah, Seward rotating. I guess they're rotating into the zone here.
Coming up on this fight, though.
Yeah, this is going to be a big rotation. Again, big fight here that's going to happen. So landing a little bit further off. Building for high ground. Ooh. Big Bad John left here. Sydney from Auburn getting knocked.
Checking the NPC just to see.
Flo getting a shot there. You know, they're all separated here. Again, a ton of people just separated, kind of doing a bunch of 1v1 battles.
Flo got a knock. Going after Big Bad John. John almost able to build his way out of it. There's an elimination there, though, as we are now down to the bottom 2 teams.
So Mount Michael and Seward.
And I think Seward's perfectly fine with just kind of waiting out Mount Michael just for the moment. Not realizing that he is...
Yeah, he's by himself here. He's doing some running. So, yeah, it's a 1v4 here.
If Pepsi Rocks can at least get a couple of limbs, that would help out Auburn quite... Or not Auburn, excuse me. Mount Michael quite a bit.
Mount Michael going for placement points here. Again, it's a 2-tick now on the Storm. So anytime that you're in the Storm, you're going to go down almost a second. 2 points of health per second. Yeah, he's going to get beamed here.
Actually, this is some good build move here.
Yeah, Pepsi Rock doing a good job there. Again, trying to get an elimination is his whole goal here.
Oh, and he knocked down Falcon.
Yeah, he knocked him down. Didn't get the elimination, though, but was still able to at least get the kill on that one. Again, good battle by him.
So Seward is going to take this top spot, at least for the Victory Royale. I mean, honestly, this was a pretty quick one. They came in, they fought hard, and there was a lot of teams down, but McCook down pretty early in the match. That's not going to help them when it comes to points. So,
yeah, and even in third place, GINW got eliminated early also.
Absolutely.
So, again, I know McCook's still up there quite a ways, but Northwest, again, there's going to be a little bit of a shift here, I think.
Yep, some teams are definitely going to be dropping here as we finished out Drop 3. We will be back, though, momentarily with some results, so stay tuned as we will get results and then do Drop 4 to figure out who's going to take it for Division 2. After that, we'll be back with Division 3. Here are the results as they stand. A lot of movement going on. Seward, though, still holding strong at that top spot, gaining 76 points off that last one. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they can be stopped at this point.
Yeah, 94-point difference between them and second place. McCook, though, holding strong at second place. Norris overtakes GI Northwest for that third place position, but only by 1 point. Northwest fallen real early in the match. They only gained 4 points off of that last round. So we're going to be looking at some decisions being made. Who's going to take that third place position? And as we kind of look down, we medal all the way out to 8. Hastings Middle School sitting at 7th, just above Mount Michael. There's going to be a little bit of a battle between 6, 7, and 8. Auburn, they might hold strong there at that 5th place position. So we are going to get ready to As this one has finished out, things that you missed there at the end of that last game is Beast from Northwest kind of hanging on, soloing, managed to get second place for Northwest, which is going to bump them up into that third place spot. Seward, however, takes the cake for this one. They get a total of 273 points. That last game, they did not get that victory royale. McCook did, which solidifies them at 224. Northwest finishing with 101, and Norris in fourth, 83. Auburn, Platteview, Hastings Middle School taking that seventh place position, all from that drop one where they just hung around and stayed back and were like, hey, there's only two of us. We're not going to go face these.
Again, played really well, was able to hang on and basically hide almost and just kind of watch some of the fights going on. So, big fight there from them.
Yeah. So, got Beatrice, Holdridge, Gehring, Waverly, Wayne, Skyler there at the bottom. We're going to finish out with those.
Ooh, That got cut off.
Just slightly cut off there. As we are getting things settled here, we're gonna give this just a little bit more test, but we will have Division 3 coming up after this. It's gonna be an interesting day as we continue on. Hopefully we don't have too many of these difficulties.
Yeah, so we are going to end up killing the stream here so we can put on our 5-minute delay. We're going to turn it over to Division 3 and see how things go there. Seeing if David City having a huge year last year with their Fortnite team, again running away with Division 3, seeing if they can repeat as state champions. So we're going to kill the stream here, and we will be back live in approximately 10 minutes for the start of Division 3.